Imagine you're trapped on a desert island, participating in the worst nutritional game show ever created. Welcome to Last Bite Standing. Today's challenge, you must survive on one food forever. No variety, no seasoning, no cheating. What will it be? You look desperately at the pantry. Rice? Bananas? A family-sized bag of Doritos? Before you grab something at random
and sign yourself a death certificate,
it's worth acknowledging the truth. First, the bad news. There is no single natural food that will keep you perfectly healthy forever. Nature loves variety. Our bodies are needy, high-maintenance machines that demand a specific cocktail of 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, protein, fats, and carbs. If you pick just one, you are essentially playing a game of which organ fails first. The good news? If you choose right, you can stay in the game for a very, very long time.
if you ask a nutritionist, a historian, or anyone whose grandparents lived through famine, there's one boring but correct answer: the potato. Your hero wears dirt and starch instead of a cape. The humble spud is a nutritional miracle. It is one of the rare starches that actually contains a decent amount of vitamin C. This is why Irish farmers, who lived almost entirely on potatoes in the 18th and 19th centuries, didn't drop dead of scurvy like British sailors eating salted meat. If you eat enough potatoes to cover your calorie needs, about 3 kilograms or 10 to 12 large potatoes a day, you will miraculously hit your minimum protein requirements. You won't be a bodybuilder, but your muscles won't dissolve. And you also get a decent spread of minerals like potassium and magnesium and some fiber to keep your intestines from filing formal complaints. Tip: white potatoes generally have higher potassium and protein than other kinds. Although the potato has a variety of nutrients, it has no vitamin A and no fat. You will eventually run into a vitamin A and fat deficiency. Vitamin A deficiency means your night vision goes first, then your immune system crashes. Your brain is 60% fat, so a lack of dietary fat causes it to malfunction. Like an overheating laptop, it slows down and struggles to process. The result is a profound drop in well-being. You'll feel chronically cold, mentally foggy, deeply depressed, flattened hormones, and failing memory.
Why do I eat nothing but potatoes?
Your body temperature would drop, and your mood would drift toward haunted potato ghost. Survival time? You can go years before things get really weird.
Besides the potato, there are two other single food candidates, including the hardcore carnivore. You can survive on meat alone, but make it gross. The Inuit did it for centuries. But if you think this means eating well-marbled ribeye steaks every night, think again.
No thought required. I can live on just steak.
You'll be dead by Chapter 2. Your steak is a one-way ticket to scurvy. To survive on meat, you must channel your inner Wolverine and eat the entire animal: fat, organs, marrow, and even the bits you'd prefer not to think about. Muscle meat gives you protein and some fat, but liver is your vitamin storehouse, and brain and marrow supply essential fats. And here is the catch: you have to eat some of the organs raw for vitamin C, such as liver, kidney, spleen, and fish roe.
Ew, raw kidney.
Yes, raw. Cooking destroys vitamin C. If you only eat cooked, well-done steaks, you will get scurvy and die, just like the sailors. And there's the wild but technically correct answer: human breast milk.
Gross.
It's awkward, but scientifically fair play. Breast milk is the only food evolved specifically to sustain human life. It has everything: fat, carbs, complete protein, antibodies, and vitamins, the whole beautiful biochemical cocktail. But remember, it is engineered for very tiny humans. To survive as an adult, you'd need 5 to 6 liters a day, which is logistically and ethically unhinged. Even if you solved the supply problem, there is still a gastrointestinal problem. Breast milk has 0 fiber. Your digestive system requires roughage to move things along. Without it, your bathroom experience will be the stuff of nightmares. And let's not forget the social consequences. Imagine explaining to future rescuers, "Yes, I survived. No, I don't want to talk about how."
Now, here is the don't even try it list. These seem like good ideas, but they are nutritional death traps. White rice is calorically wonderful, but nutritionally, rice alone is a slow descent into neurological and immune collapse. Without vitamin C, you get scurvy. Without vitamin B1, your nerves deteriorate in a condition called beriberi, which makes your muscles weak, your heart inefficient, and basic movement impossible. You will eventually lose the ability to walk. Sorry, Asian people. Bananas. Everyone loves them, nature's candy bars, but they have almost no protein. You will develop kwashiorkor, the severe protein deficiency that causes a swollen belly, flaky skin, brittle hair, muscle wasting, and eventual death. Bread is now starring as white rice, but with yeast. See white rice. Same deficiencies, just fluffier. Avocados have wonderful fats, but barely any protein. You'll be glowing, moisturized, and slowly dying. And if you stick to lean meat like rabbit or chicken breast, you're doomed to rabbit starvation, a condition in which the body receives too much protein and not enough fat. Without dietary fat, your liver cannot process the nitrogen produced by protein metabolism. You get debilitating diarrhea, headaches, and feel like you are starving while eating constantly. Tragic and deeply annoying.
Now, if you decide to cheat, finding a partner with one companion ingredient, the whole story changes.
Beefsteak! Beef potato stew, steak with roast potatoes. My grandma handed down to me 8 secret family recipes for beef and potato dishes.
I'm sure your grandma's recipes are wonderful, but that's the wrong answer. You still don't have vitamins A and D and not enough fat. Go find someone with butter or milk. Add butter or milk, and suddenly the potato transforms from survival food to shockingly complete diet.
This is not hypothetical. The Irish working class literally lived on potatoes and milk for generations, and they were tall, muscular, and impressively healthy.
Thanks to the synergy between potatoes' vitamin C and carbs and dairy's fat-soluble vitamins, protein, and essential fatty acids. A potato with butter isn't just comforting food, it's biochemically close to a survival capsule. Butter fills the potato's nutritional gaps, vitamins A and D, essential fats, and enough calories to keep you warm, sane, and functional. Besides, potatoes with butter taste infinitely better than potatoes alone. You can survive for decades on just potatoes and dairy. But after a few years, you might start feeling inexplicably tired or clumsy. Your heart might beat a little too fast. These are the subtle warning signs that your body is running low on vitamin E and on the almost comically obscure mineral, molybdenum. Most people go their entire lives without thinking about molybdenum. It is present in soil, usually abundant, and required only in tiny amounts. It is vital because it forms a cofactor for key enzymes in your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells. Potatoes naturally contain it only when grown in soil that hasn't been depleted. If your potato supply happens to come from molybdenum-poor farmland, your mitochondria will riot.
The cure? Oatmeal. Yes, the blandest food in human history is secretly your biochemical savior. It provides fiber, zinc, manganese, and, crucially, enough molybdenum to keep your enzymes from keeling over. The simple ancient Irish peasant formula is the ultimate real food survival combo. Potatoes for energy, vitamin C and minerals, milk or butter for fats and fat-soluble vitamins, A and D, and oatmeal for fiber, zinc, and the precious molybdenum. Combine these three, and you won't be trendy, but you're nutritionally immortal. You won't die of starvation or deficiencies, you'll die of old age or boredom long before biology catches up.
Are we really doing this?
Do it, do it. This will keep you alive in the game forever. Oh no!
If the game includes modern engineered foods, the winners will be nutritionally complete powders like Soylent and Huel. They are not glamorous. They taste like someone tried to make a milkshake out of responsibility and beige paint. But they work. Scientists have ensured they contain every known nutrient in the right amounts. Drinking only Soylent might make your life feel like a dystopian minimalist art project, but you would not die, and that counts as success.
But do you want to be? Imagine taking your dose of Huel while staring at a crab every meal, every day, every month, every year. You might realize that while variety is the spice of life, survival isn't the same as living. You'll survive, you'll thrive, technically. Around year 5, you might start looking at that death trap rabbit with hungry eyes thinking, worth it.
We spend billions on supplements, superfoods, and biohacking. Yet when the chips are down, survival is humble, not complex. Forced to choose one food? Pick the potato. It's the undisputed champion of longevity. Add butter and you thrive. Find oats? Congratulations, you've just unlocked the final level of human nutritional survival.
I win? So what's my reward?
You're breathing.
Existence itself is the reward.